They want to keep shifting the conversation so to pretend that I can't focus, which shows that if I was recruited in 2016, then hired for another company in 2018, and suddenly I have a problem focusing when my job was always to focus, then there is an issue. And the issue came from them. And that's part of the stress. We're talking, in life, I realize over 50 years, it's usually hard for people who are conning you to continue to con you the same way. At some point, the con fails. And that's part of why I hope you guys get a look at the playlist that I made of Guess the Movie and movie scenes. Because the theme throughout most of the movies is at some point the con fails. So the con can go well for a short amount of time, but it can't go over a long period of time. And that's something that I had to learn over 50 years. And when they keep trying to shift the focus from the 1970s to the 80s to the 90s, that's when the con is up. Shifting the focus. The other big thing I wanted to talk about, and for this video, I'll use the thumbnail I told you guys about of the person who said he leaves and then he gets followed after a certain amount of days, is that takes a lot of money. It's a very expensive process. Most countries, and I can't speak on behalf of all countries, but most countries wouldn't have the time, money, or resources to do this. The money has to come from someone in a way that you can't just find it. In the United States, we have records that are open for the public, which is part of what I'm hoping to achieve with this. I want the United States to reveal the records of anyone who's ever complained about this. And I'm hoping that, like I was talking to different people on Twitter, people have police reports, records that they've documented these things. And I'm hoping that people will start to look into what happened and how was the problem dealt with, because that's part of this. The other big deal that I want to say before I end this video is that if people are using foreign people in the United States of America, we have to know that, because if you're foreign in the United States, you have to have a paper trail. If you don't have a paper trail, and I do, part of this is they're saying, well, why does that make me superior? Because I'm an American citizen, which is part of why they don't want me to stay in America. They keep trying to get me to leave America where I have certain rights. Just like if I go to another country, I couldn't then start following a citizen of that country. Don't you think they would arrest me and eventually deport me? That doesn't make me not a Democrat. That makes me the best type of Democrat who cares about national security and our country's resources. We cannot have people coming to the United States of America and following American citizens to intimidate, threaten, to kill them, to move around them, to keep harassing them with noise complaints, creating chaos and confusion in this country. I couldn't do it. You think I can move to another country, a foreign country, and as a foreigner to take over? No, that should not be allowed. And if this is bringing a Democrat, I told you I've been a Democrat since I was 18, to a point where maybe I can look at a Republican and say, you know what? A Republican who believes the same thing I do is a good American citizen. Then that's part of what this is about. This is about bringing American citizens to a point where we realize we do have more rights than someone who is not a citizen. And that's the best thing about this country. We're born with rights, and people have fought long and hard to guarantee those rights. And I'm not going to let anyone take those rights away. Thank you for watching.